Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to be playing with the newly released, it's the SUQQU Pre-Holiday 2021 collection. Now I picked up two eyeshadow quads, the 108 and the 109, and I also picked up the blush palette as well, and I think it is the 103 blush palette. And on the SUQQU website, it says that this collection has been inspired by winter scenery. So I haven't even taken these out of their packaging yet, and it just comes in the typical black packaging. So I'm thinking already I'll probably today for the eyeshadow use the 108. I think that's got the warm, it's got some browns and golds in it. So I'll take the 108 out first. I'll also show you the 109 and I'll show you the blush palette as well. So I'll take out the 108, and I picked up this collection from Selfridges. I actually emailed one of the sale assistants there at SUQQU and did it that way so I could get my hands on this. And not only was it really quick delivery, but she also sent lots of really great skincare samples, also a water bottle and some sort of primer, I think, as well. So I'm going to have to give some of those a try later on. Now the packaging on the front, I've just pulled this out, is different to the other SUQQU eye quads that I've had before. I'll hold it up a little bit. It's quite, I don't know whether you can see that, but there is some glitter in it. It is really beautiful packaging. SUQQU always has gorgeous packaging. It's very minimalist and just sleek and very chic. So I'll open it up. I will just take out the two brushes that come with it. One of them is like a tiny little brush and the other one has a sponge applicator in it as well. So here is 108, and this is the one, like I said, that I'll probably be using today. I'll hold this up so you can take a better look at it. It is a beautiful looking quad. I'm not sure whether sometimes there's a topper shade amongst these, but I'll swatch them on my arm in a minute. But while I'm doing this, I will take out Eyeshadow Palette 109, just so you can take a look at it. And I think I'll use this one, probably not in a dedicated video for it, but some type of get ready with me video with using a whole lot of purchases that I've made recently, but just don't get time to do a dedicated video. So here is the 109 palette. This is described on their website as a bronze and greyish mauve. And it says this cool, smoky, must-have quad is inspired by bright lights set against a silent winter night. So this is really beautiful as well. And again, it has the glitter on the packaging as well, which is really, really beautiful. So I'll put the 109 quad to one side, and now I'll do swatches of the 108 quad. And as usual, I will swatch this from left to right and top to bottom. So this shade here is like a very pale yellow gold, and by the looks of it, I think that may be more of a topper shade. This one here is a matte brown. And then we have more of a real type of gold shimmer color. And this one is a really beautiful sparkly black. But they all swatch beautifully on the arm. They feel very smooth going on. Like all the other SUQQU quads that I've got, not that I've got a lot of them, I think I've got about 3 or 4 now, but all the ones that I've bought, the formula is always really beautiful, and they usually blend out just like a dream as well. They just have really gorgeous formula and really pretty shades. And I've already got all my foundation on. Today I'm wearing a Burberry foundation. I think it's called the Soft Glow Matte one, and because the weather's getting warmer here, I'm wearing more matte foundations. This one is a really gorgeous foundation. I've also got on bronzer. I'm wearing the Chantecaille Goa bronzer, and I've also put concealer under my eyes, and I've got eyeshadow primer on as well, but I didn't have eyeshadow primer on my arm when I swatched these shadows. And I've also done my eyebrows. So let's get started with this really beautiful quad. And I'm going to take my Rapha number 15 brush, and I'm going to go into this beautiful, just soft brown colour. I'm going to put that in my crease and probably work it and blend it up towards my eyebrow as well. Good love is on the way, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. Have you ever been in love? Dove in from high above, and if the answer's no, well then I'd like to get to know you. I'm going to use the same shade using the Rapha number 3, and I'm going to put that on just underneath on my lower lash line. And because there's no darker brown, I'm going to take the Rapha number 14, and I'm still going to use this same matte brown shade, and I'm just going to add a little bit more in the crease, just to give slightly more depth and just bring it up slightly as well. This shadow builds really beautifully, and they are also blending really well too. They just have a really, really gorgeous formula. Then we're going to take the Sonia G. This is the Worker 3 brush. I want to go into this sparkly black shade here, and I'm going to just put that in the corner and a little bit over towards the inner corner as well. I'm going to put, I think, the gold shade over the top. I know these lights are blinding. I will guide us home, 'cause I don't know what I've been told. I'm going to take the Chipotle. This is the F06 brush, and I'm going to go into this gold shade here. I'm going to start on the inner corner, so it's going over the black and just through to the center. Then I'm going to take the Rapha number 3 brush, and even though this one feels or looked like more of a topper shade, I'm just going to see what it's like on the inner corner. Now I'm deciding whether to use this shade here anywhere else on my eyelid. I think I might see what it looks like and just pop it over top of the other gold. And I actually really like the effect that it gave. It just lifts it all on the lid, and I think this just looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to line my eyes. I'm just going to decide which eyeliner I'm going to use and just line my upper eyelid. So I've now put some eyeliner on. I used the Chanel one. This is in Khaki Metal. And for the mascara today, I used the Chantecaille one. But everything that I'm wearing today and putting on my face, I will have listed in the description box below. So with the mascara and eyeliner on, these are really beautiful colours. I love these type of colours anyway. The golds and the black are just really, really pretty. There was a tiny bit of fallout. There's still a little bit just on my cheeks here from that black sparkly shade, but nothing major. If I took a brush, it would probably wipe away. So overall, I'm really happy with this quad. It performs just like the other SUQQU ones that I had, just really beautiful. And I just love these colors, just beautiful for the pre-holiday and holiday season. And the sparkle and the shades themselves, just like with the other SUQQU quads, they don't tend to emphasize texture that I have on my eyes. And the way that they blend is also wonderful as well, especially with mature eyelids like I have. I'm 50 plus years old, 52 years old now, And when you apply eyeshadow, the skin moves. And if you have an eyeshadow that's difficult to blend, it just makes it that much more difficult when you have skin that moves as well. So now let's take a look at the SUQQU blush. This is called the Powder Blush Compact, and it is number 103. All these products too, I don't think I said, but they are made in Japan. And on the SUQQU website, it says the 4 blush pans range from understated neutral to deep mauve for a depth of looks, complemented with 2 highlighters for a whirl of illumination. So I'll take these out so we can take a look. And here is the packaging. It doesn't have the glitter in it like the 2 eyeshadow quads do. And also these have a date of 12 months from a date of opening, but sometimes I wonder why they really put those dates on, because I have a lot of products that I've kept well beyond their recommended time frames they have on all these different brands and what they say, and they're absolutely fine. So it has just a closure that you push open, and then inside is a really generous size mirror, and there's the plastic casing on top that just fell out. And here are the shades. They look really, really gorgeous. So I'll hold this up so you can take a closer look. And I will swatch these on my arm. Again, I'll do the top row first and then the bottom row. So this is the top row, and this is type of a pumpkin colour. Then this is a medium brown, and this is a pale gold highlight here. This one is a brick red colour, and this also is a deep mauve with sort of plum in it. And then last is a very soft pink, and it has a little bit of a gold reflect in it as well. And that's a highlighter. So this one is the highlighter, and this one as well. And the blushes themselves feel like they have a satin type of finish. So now I've just got to decide which colour that I'm going to put on. I'm going to use the SUQQU, it's the F03 brush, and I think I'll go into the pumpkin colour first. Might be the only one. There seems to be quite a bit of pick up on the brush, so they're probably quite pigmented. Yes, they are. So these are very pigmented, but they are blending out really, really beautifully. This is a really beautiful autumn, fall, winter shade. It's really, really lovely. Then I'm going to take the SUQQU, this is the KZ03 brush, and I'm going to try this first with one of the highlights. And I'm going to choose the very pale gold highlight and see how that goes. These brushes are very, very soft, so sometimes they just don't quite pick up some formulations, some highlighters, but we will give it a go. If you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. And I don't know what those men see, but I see you right next to me. And for me, that has picked up enough. And it gives, because it is quite sparkly, so I don't think I'd want to use a brush that was any more dense for me. It's enough. This really light look is what I prefer in a highlighter. So here is the finished look. I put on some Sisley lip liner, and then I also used the Kjaer Weis. It's a lipstick in the colour Serene, and I think this gives, I love a neutral lipstick, and I think this goes really nice with the rest of the makeup that I've put on. Overall, I think that this look is really, really pretty. The golds and the black sparkle are really beautiful, but they're not too sparkly. As I said, with my mature eyes, sometimes if things are on the chunky side, then really it just adds texture and doesn't give a good look at all. but there's no chunkiness in these eyeshadows whatsoever. Just a really beautiful sparkle, and I just love the overall look. I love the formula of these blushes. They're different to the other SUQQU blushes that I own. I have about 2 or 3 of them, and they're in a powder form, and they're in that gradient quad, and they are really beautiful. But this satin formula is gorgeous as well. I had no issues blending it out, and I really like the highlighter because, again, it's not chunky, but it gives a bit of sparkle. It also blends really well, and it doesn't seem to emphasize any texture that I have. So really, I've just got the one more quad to try, and as I said, I will do that in a future get ready with me video with a few other new products that I've got as well. So overall, I'm really happy with what I bought. I didn't think I'd be disappointed buying more SUQQU products, and I'm not. Just a really stunning collection all round. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.